Hey, what's up, guys? It's fishing tournament day. Which, naturally, I've been saving these for quite a while. Um, so we're going to go ahead and we're just going to see what we can catch. Again, one thing that's nice about any of these horns of Poseidon is that we can kind of summon whatever item we want. The problem is obviously we are starting at level 1. So you don't obviously want to do your late game high meteor stuff until you've actually gone a ways into it. So the way to play fishing tournament is so when you first jump into this, and again, the trick to fishing tournament really, I guess, is, okay, we're going to skip the intro, but the basic gist is, okay, so let's say, for example, I'm going to go down the water, and I just don't, for whatever reason, maybe I screw this up, okay, like this, and I know I screwed up. I can hit retreat, go back. Hey, what do you know? Like, so you don't have to like deal with the punishment of reeling in something you did not mean to reel, if anything. Okay, so if you don't like what you got, you can always go backwards. All right. So obviously in this case, we're just trying to reel in just whatever we can grab, so it's not terribly important what we get this time around. Okay. Because again, you kind of just have to. It's part of the introduction, right? So we'll go ahead and retreat. But you can see I'm 9 out of 10. Didn't use 8 out of 10. Didn't end up using another meal. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and increase our line. And again, you have the option of selecting the special items or not. If you don't do it, then you're just making it a little bit more difficult. But again, you don't have to stress yourself here. Like, the nice thing about the fishing tournament is that it's a pretty carefree thing. I will say, like that, where I just, like, hammered myself, basically, and now, I don't like this. I'll just go retreat and do it again. It's not near as painful when you do it that way. And again, the main strategy I like to do is I hug the wall, so to speak. So, try to pick kind of an area where you plan to just kind of hug the wall, so to speak. Try to avoid objects, and then, occasionally like that, we're not avoiding the objects, but we're just going to go ahead and collect what we can collect. Because, again, the idea here is we need to basically level our stuff up. And you could use your Ice Fisher vouchers here, but I'm not a fan of doing that. Like, I'd rather not do that and just go ahead and use the free fish food, basically, that you get for bait every time you do this. And it's a lot more, in my opinion, I think it's more sanity inducing if you go about it that way than you are to try and pretty much fish, and I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. But basically what you can do is you can even fish at 2x, 3x, 5x of whatever fish bite you have at a time. And then you kind of increase the amount of stuff that you're going to collect as a reward for going through and getting all that stuff. Now, I oftentimes look for items that I don't see because, again, just acquiring them is going to give you a little bit better of a loot anyway. And so you can just kind of work your way down. But I like to increase the sinker and the line. Basically, try to get to the bottom for the least amount as quick as possible. And you want to probably save your special items, especially if you're new, because, again, you're not going to have a lot of this stuff you're not going to get it freely. And so you'll want to kind of stack it up over time so that way you've got some stuff that you can play with. And again, it's by no means a science. I mean, you can kind of play this however you will. Obviously, if you increase the hook, you're going to increase the number of items that you can collect, and therefore, if you upgrade like the sinker, that's going to increase the point at which you start at for the depth. And then the line's just increasing how far down you go. So there's not really a whole lot to fishing tournament beyond that. And outside of what I've told you so far, that kind of gives you a gist of what fishing tournament is. And what you can gain from it, all right, is you can get, obviously if you buy the pass, you can get an emote. About the only reason anybody should care, right? Why do I care at all? Okay, is the fact that when you collect these and you fill out a full tab like these, you're going to acquire stuff. All right. Over time, you're going to get stuff like polishing solution, design plans, what have you. Okay, but there's also the benefit at the bottom. So like here I can get a treasure stronghold if I get all the fish. I can get an ice journey if I get all the people. If I get all the chests, I get a nameplate, and if I get all the, the miscellaneous items, then I get a frame. So if you're wondering what the advantage of doing fisherman tournament is, that's pretty much the only selling point for it. But hopefully that was helpful for you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.